Hello, my name is Justin McDonald, and in this tutorial I'll be showing you how the notes to teacher how we can set that up to where whatever you write there will automatically be emailed to the teachers, so they'll get instant input on what's going on and what happened in the office and what you decided to do with the student. I'll also show you how to automatically put this information into a Google Calendar, so your ISD teacher will automatically be able to see on the Google Calendar if a student's coming. Because what happened this year was that I would forget to let the ISD teacher know for lunch detention or ISD, and they'd have students just show up, and so there's just miscommunication. So by doing it this way, I knew that they would automatically get notified if a student was coming to them. So under add-ons, we would do Form Mule is the first one that will automatically email the teachers if we put something into the notes to teachers. So let's go on to you go on to setup normally, but I've already got one done, so we'll go to preview. Actually, let's go to setup. So what I did here was you choose what little tab it's going from. So it's creating this from the High School Discipline 1819. You want this trigger to be set for a form trigger and a time. So every hour it's going to send these if there's certain categories that are hit. So these categories are these email templates. We're going to have two templates. We're going to have the respond to teachers and the Sherry template. The Sherry template is just so she'll get another email notifying her that a form was sent or a form was filled out. So the respond to teacher email is respond to teacher if notes to teacher is not null, so not empty. So it'll create this if it is not empty. So we'll save those. Create that template. So respond to teacher, the email address is those little tags. So it'll automatically collect their email address, so it'll just respond to them. We're going to do a reply to, so that because it's coming from two different principals, we'll just do a no reply. The subject will be discipline actions on the discipline referral for student's last name, first name, so that they'll know who it's coming from. Dear responding teachers, so they would have put their name there. This is to inform you, you can just read this. These are just the tags that I just moved over. And so at the end, it's just, this is why they're sent to the office. This is the actions that were taken. If you have any questions, let me know. And then seen by. Okay. So if you preview this, you can see what the email will look like. So then that's about it for that one. You'll just do preview and send, and it'll go through and it'll find out, all of those that are match those criteria, all of those that you have the teacher's notes. There aren't any because this is a blank document right now. And the next one is the Event-o-Matic. This is where it'll automatically create a event in your Google Calendar. So let's do setup so you can see what's going on. We'll click on the advanced mode because there'll be some areas that we'll need to look at that you won't have if you don't click on the advanced. There's some things that you need to do. So the calendar, you'll have to create a calendar for where you want it to go to. We have the in-school detention calendar already created, so it'll create sources in there. And what sheet information. So it's the high school discipline sheet that we'd like to use. The title of the event, we have the last name. The event description, we have the student's first name. This is so that, you know, when you see it, it'll just say last name, and then the ISD teacher will be able to click on that. It'll say, their first name, and it'll say the location. We put the principal's actions. There's only just so many things that you can add in there, and so we did the location as the principal's actions so that the ISD teacher can see whether they need a lunch. So we have the principal's actions in this category here. We have lunch detention, first lunch, needs no lunch. Lunch detention, first lunch, needs a lunch, and so they'll know whether to get a lunch for those students. We have full day events, and we'll have here as one of the categories here is start date, and the end category is end date. If you do specific times for your first lunch and second lunch, that'll be just another column. That would just be too complicated for us, so the ISD teachers will just click on there and just see what lunch they have it. You'll want to create an event, and you'll merge these every hour. So if the condition, so to create the event, the condition is ISD room needed. So these are the different categories up at the top. So the ISD room is needed. Operator is yes. So if it says yes in that column, it'll create the event. If it doesn't say anything else, it won't create the event. So if it says no, it won't create the event. So ISD room needed, yes, it'll create the event. So go through and preview all of these things. You can preview it and see what, which ones will need to be made, but since this is a blank document, it won't need to make any. And that is how you create Google Calendar events for your ISD teacher, and that's also how you will create those emails automatically going back to the teachers.